A light bulb is something that we typically think of that signifies a brand new idea, a big idea, a revolutionary idea. But to me, when I first started off in creativity and entrepreneurship 252, I first felt like I was just an elaborator. I didn't really feel like I was a big idea kind of person. I always felt like I was the guy who really asked, like, what if? Like, how could we make this better? How could we add a new value to the consumer, to the customer, to our clients? But after 461 and 351 and a lot of reflection and heuristics, I figured out that maybe I actually am meant to be a big idea kind of person. So one thing to illustrate this idea of who I really want to be now is this curio cabinet right behind me. So it's a curio cabinet in my house. It's awesome. It's gorgeous. It tells the story of the travels of my parents, me, my sister. It tells a lot about the history of my family. But most importantly, you can't just look at it from one lens. You have to look at it from all of them and all the different angles. And not just one light bulb, but the two. The one that lights the left and the right side of it. Because that glass just keeps bouncing around in there. It's gorgeous and I love it. But not only that, does creativity matter to everyone? I think so. Why? Because it has the power to make your life better, it has the power to make your life brighter, and it has the power to make your life happier. On so many different levels, creativity has personally changed my life. Why do I want to be a more creative person? Hard to say. I would say more so I want to learn it. I don't want to fight it anymore. I think that I've kind of been fighting with this for the past couple of years on and off. But I think I'm at that time where I really want to embrace it and not just toy with it anymore. I want to learn how to use the heuristics to really change my life. I want to use creativity in my work. I want to use creativity to make my life amazing and spectacular and everything I ever dreamed of. How that will happen? Not sure exactly. It's a pretty hard road, and I've learned a lot in 252, 351, 461, and this time that I've extended my project until for this manifesto. But overall, my manifesto is creativity is meant to be within me. I struggled with that from the beginning of this process, but it really is. Who I am as a creative person, courageous, I would say. Courage is the first of human qualities that guarantees all others. Something like that was said by Winston Churchill. And I originally tried to use that as one of the quotes and iterations for my elevator image. I wasn't sure if it was exactly right, but I think it fits here. Courage guarantees creativity because it's a risky business. It's not just something that you can say I do, but not really follow through. You can't just talk the talk. You gotta walk the walk, and you gotta do those heuristics with your Sharpies and Post-it notes. I think that creativity is a wonderful thing. It's kind of freeing, it's pretty liberating, and it's pretty incredible at all the things it can do. Why do I want to be more creative? I don't know, I feel like I already said that, but I think it's just kind of something that keeps coming up in my head, and to help me prove that point, I think you need a little inspiration. You always need some inspiration for everything you do, and so something that I always kind of keep for my inspiration right next to me, especially during pretty hard times, I'd say, is this pretty cool note. Yeah, it says, to Joel, dream big dreams, Barack Obama, 6/13/04. Yes, I did meet President Barack Obama before he was president. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But it really means a lot to me, just because when I was younger, I was a huge dreamer, and I think that that's where all my creativity kind of flows from. I always kind of love that side of me, and when I start reminiscing about it, I become a giggly 5-year-old guy running around. And that quote, or like his autograph and that message, means the world to me, and it reminds me of that time. I think that creativity has the power to free me and bring everything that I want of my life into it. I think that creativity has the power to revolutionize the world. I think that creativity can do anything if there are the right people using it. That's why my creative manifesto is all about being true to who you are and making it as authentic as you are and pushing yourself. Courage, risk, being okay with ambiguity, asking the tough questions. They're all things that you gotta do, but in my life, I've done them before. I'll continue to do them. I'll learn to do them better, smarter, faster, stronger, more than any other person next to me, hopefully. These things are the qualities of creativity that will guarantee that I succeed with making this manifesto my new reality. I'm Joel Primack. This is who I am as a creative person. Thanks, Dr. Friedman, for everything.